A morning on the water. We do have a pretty awesome spot. Thank you guys for joining me here in another episode of Medieval Dynasty. This is episode 6. If you have missed the previous episodes 1 through 5, go back and check those out. You'll see how we got to this point, building our little village here, getting stuff straightened out. I wish there was a way we could kind of drop this hump in the ground right here. It's just kind of sticking up, but so that's okay. So a few things that we might change here coming up is where our barn is. So your barn gives your crops a boost, at least by what I've seen and what it says. So what we might do, eventually we are going to have our crops over in here. I'd like to do them kind of on the hill, like maybe a big spot to start off, you know, like 30 plots, so we have a good sized farm going. And so we're going to want this fairly close, so I might move this across the road when we're not filming one of these times. It's just going to be a pretty simple move, and we'll get that done at some point. So we'll probably do that off camera, because you don't want to watch all that building stuff. But it is the first day of autumn, and our cabbage is ready to pick. So we're going to go ahead and harvest these first things first right now. See how many cabbage we end up with. I mean, we could realistically eat these for food. I have to look and see what the details are on them as to how much food we actually get from eating these. This is just a little 12 plot, crop right here. It's something that we're probably not going to keep indefinitely, but so cabbage, yeah, they're +7 food. Not a lot. We're about full on food right now, but they're actually worth semi-decent. I mean, we don't have a huge amount, but we got 98 roughly, so that's a decent amount to do stuff with. Right now, we don't have a bow, so getting meat is not that difficult necessarily. We could use spears, but I think if we can get a bow, I think we'll be a lot better off. We do have the ability to make one eventually. So I'm going to put these in the barn for the time being, along with our cabbage seed, because we do get cabbage seed from doing that. And what I want to figure out is onions is something that's pretty easy to grow, only I'm not sure when you can grow them, so there's a few things that we need to figure out. So I believe to start off for our journey for this episode, we've already got that. We do have some vials, I believe. Unless I took them and sold them, I don't remember. Nope, we have 60 right here. So let's see. I don't think we have any logs, but we're going to take these vials, even though they're not that many, with us. They're pretty lightweight, and we're going to go up to the town up here on this side and see if we can get a thread for our bow. And we'll see about doing that. Alright, so we are at the town, so we need to find somebody that might have seeds for one. Homer, are you going to talk to him too? Ooh. So we do have chickens up here, which would be nice to get at some point. We get some baby chicks. We don't have a chicken coop yet, so they won't do us much good. That's good to know. Do you have any seeds on you?
In the valley.
Yeah, no. Do have manure though. All right, we gotta find somebody with some seeds. Probably gonna be the person in the barn, the one with the feather above their head. If there is one here, there may not be. We do have a blacksmith over here, it looks like. There probably is certain towns that have better stuff.
Hello. Whatever you need, I've got it.
Alright, let's take a look here. So this is all. He's got some tools. Yeah. Not very good as far as stuff. How much will he give us for our vials? 90. 1.5 for the vials. I feel like it was more, but that's okay. Pretty easy to make, so that's 90 coin right there.
Have a good day.
Oh, there. I don't think there is a barn here, so we might have to go across the stream over here to the other town and talk to the person in the barn and see about onion seeds. I'm not sure when you can plant them. I think it might be either spring and autumn, or maybe it's just spring and you gather them in autumn. I don't know. We'll look and find out. The good thing about cabbage is it does grow pretty fast, so we didn't bring them to sell just yet, but because that's because we don't have a lot of food outlets right now, so we can get onions and we can move up to making meat and gravy, which would be, it's a little better for food wise, easy to come by, easy to feed potential villagers down the road. And I mean, that's what we're working towards in the small game right now, is getting a villager going, somebody that can gather logs for us so we can continue to make vials and sell them.
My wares never disappoint.
All right, cabbage. So cabbage can be planted in the spring or the summer. Carrots is in the spring or the winter. That's interesting. And let's see here. Onion seed. So it only can be during the spring. So we need a dozen onion seeds just so we can be ready for springtime. That's 90. Well, we paid for them with our vials that we just sold. So we'll buy some of those. We're down a little bit on coin, but it's okay. We bought some manure so we can actually make some fertilizer.
See you soon.
So that's something. So we're going to keep using our small garden bed for right now. I believe we do have a bag. We must have because we planted those. So that will at least be a start. We can make fertilizer and have the onions ready to go in the ground. If we can plant carrots, then I'll probably end up planting carrots in the winter time. And that way we'll have them. Just to have a crop going for most of the time. We don't really have anything going for autumn. So we'll probably let them go for now and just wait. And we'll end up planting onions come spring. We're still out a linen thread. I know where I can get one, but it's literally across the other side of the map. Might just have to bite the bullet and make that trek over there. But for now, let's go back and do this. We'll get some of our crops going here. I'd like to get some more vials made so we can recoup some of this cost that we just spent. At least right now we can craft our vials and we'll make a good chunk of change off of those. Let's go in here and craft our fertilizer. Fertilizer. This is where the fast crafting comes in handy. So one of these revolutions will do all the fertilizer instead of having to do it for each one. Because to do this for 43 fertilizer would be quite rugged to have to watch for you guys. So we're going to cut that down a lot. So we got fertilizer ready. We'll put that in here. We got one manure. We got our onion seed. We'll put that in here. So yeah. We're really probably going to have to do some hunting. I really hate to do it without a linen thread. So you know what? Let's go get some logs. I know where there is some over here we could clean up, but let's go up here and cut some more trees, because what we really need to do is cut logs, make some vials, get us some money, and then maybe we can think about making that long trek over there so we can get our thread so we can make a bow, which will in turn make it a lot easier on us to hunt. I really love the bow too, so I will enjoy hunting a lot better with the bow. There. And actually over there where the other town is that I'm thinking is actually a lot better hunting too. We can get some actual deer and red stags that are going to be really good meat-wise. I think you get like 16 meat from one of them. You probably get more from like a buffalo up in here, but There's also a lot more risk with a buffalo too, so they can attack you. So we're gonna leave the stumps. So let's take these logs down. We got 8. I believe that will make somewhere around 200 vials, I want to say. Just from my other playthrough, I think that's about what we're getting for them, so. Alright, so let's take these over here. Craft off our planks. We get 2 planks for every, basically 1 log. That does pretty good. So if we had a worker to farm these logs for us, then we could really move along with the production here. We can get some logs going, and then we can move right to doing vials, making the planks and doing vials really easily. There's 160 vials. So right now we're going to try to get to like 300, because that's going to be a good amount to really sell. Also, winter's coming, so temperature's going to be a big deal too. If you guys know any tricks on how to combat the winter without spending a ton of money on clothes, is there like one item that I can buy that'll help me the most so I can actually do some stuff in the wintertime? Let me know what you think, because we're getting close to that. We're probably only going to get through maybe 1.5 days of autumn in this episode, so we won't be ready for winter until at the earliest next episode, probably even episode 8 at that point. And I did hear in one of the comments, I don't really have the name of who made the comment right off the top of my head, I apologize, but there was a comment about leaving the stumps, and after 2 years the trees will regrow, so that's why we're leaving stumps right now. Even though technically you get 1 log, I think, from a stump, it's more beneficial for me to have trees regrowing closer than not, so. Alright. We'll collect all of these. I did learn the hard way at one point that trees do hurt if they fall on you. It doesn't seem like the logs do when you break them, but the tree definitely does if it's still whole. Alright. There's another 8 logs. That'll make us another 16. So we'll be about, well, a little over 300 water vials with these right here, which will make us a good chunk of change. Yeah, if there's like one clothing item that I can buy that will really help me so I can actually move around in the wintertime, let me know what that is, because that's what I'm really looking to get, because I want to be able to actually do something in the wintertime without having to basically skip through it quicker. Alright, let's craft these up. There's those 16 planks. Let's make our vials. So I'm really enjoying this in first person on my solo playthrough by myself off camera. I've been playing in first person a lot more. I actually enjoy it. I don't hate the third person, but I definitely enjoy the first person view as well. Alright, so we have 320 vials right now. So let's move these sticks over. Let's go offload these feathers. I want to make sure our inventory is completely empty, because these vials are going to take up a good chunk of space. We'll do that. Vials. Ooh, let's see if we move 20 back. Let's see if that will gain us. We're still pretty encumbered. Let's move to let's put another 50 in here just to help. I think that will bring our weight down enough, and we'll have 250 vials to sell. We can always sell the other ones closer. So that's still overweight. I really want to be able to run, because it's going to take us forever to get back without it. I also don't want to get rid of too many of these. Okay, I think we'll be able to run pretty much max speed. We're a little bit encumbered, but not horribly so. So yeah, we're going to go actually on the map. I'll show you. We do have a skill point to spend as well. We're going to go to Denica right here. So in my personal playthrough, we're actually built right about here on the map, which I really like that area. But on this one, we're obviously built over here, so which is close to 2 towns. So we're going to go right to this one. I believe we'll be able to get our bow thread fairly easily there. We'll sell these vials. We can also get good winter clothing there, you know, further down the road. So we'll see about that later on. So let's go ahead and get to Denica, I think is the name of the town. And yeah, we'll see if we can get our thread to make our bow. So actually what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to sell these water vials off to person right here.
How can I help you? My wares never disappoint.
That way we don't have to carry them. That's $300, almost $400 for those water vials, and we still have more.
See you soon.
That way our inventory won't be full, and if we collect stuff along the way, then we can be able to gather and do some of that along the way. There's going to be a lot of carts and everything around. See, this person's got some decent stats right there. But let's keep going. There's going to be some carts along the side of the road up here that we can gather stuff from, some goodies. Maybe we'll even get a good tool or something that we can use going forward. So yeah, let's head up to Denica, see if we can get our thread. There's some barrels here along the side of the pond. Usually has some goodies in it like that. There's some flour. Oh, and some fertilizer. I'll take it. So in my just for fun playthrough, I built my village right here. We have some crops over in here. It's kind of weird seeing the place not built out. I have my main road going in here, and we have some of our cabins and stuff up in here and building stations. So this is where I'm built on my personal playthrough. I really like this location. Actually, so we could stay on the road, but it's going to take us longer than if we just cut up through the woods. So this is what I like about this, is I would build my vials here, and then I would just truck up into the woods to sell them. There's boar. See, that's what's strange too, is I never saw a boar in my personal playthrough outside of the first summer season. After that, they never showed up again. So I don't know if it's because I built there, maybe. But then I just see a boar in the same spot, so there might be something to it. I believe, is that a fox? It looks like it. There's actually a treasure chest out here too. Whoop. Oh, required expert. Yeah, there was a chest out in here too with coins and stuff in it. I don't know how often, if the stuff randomly spawns or if it's a common thing that spawns. The town's up here. Yeah, that chest was like out in here somewhere. So I did notice that the boar don't attack you if you back up and move away from them, it seemed. Yeah, the chest was like somewhere out in here. So these deer are what we really need to take down, because They're really gonna do us a favor. Get a lot of meat. Alright, so we are here. I believe this is where we're gonna find our linen thread. It's probably gonna be... There's a lady. Oh, she's in the house. Hopefully I don't stink too much from not having showered.
A newcomer. Best goods in the
We're
valley.
good. So yeah, we need our linen thread. Do you have one? That would be amazing. Oh boy. Linen shirt. Linen thread right there. So we can do one. That'll last us a while. We can always come back here if we need to. She also has stuff like backpacks. I'm not sure if we have enough for the simple backpack or if we should do that right now. Pouch. So we can increase type crafted that with backpacks can be used for increasing carrying. Okay. So I bought the simple backpack once. We do have enough for it. But I'm wondering if maybe we should wait because we're going to need some winter clothing. I feel like if we got something like this, it's a little bit too much. Yeah, winter clothing is expensive. So we can save up for it.
Hello
Right now,
there.
we'll go
Only
with
the
our
best
linen
products
thread.
here. Goodbye.
And I forgot we had skill points too in farming. We'll put that in there. That'll help that out. So yeah, we should have our linen thread now. Yeah, so we can make a bow. And I believe with
How are you? Best goods in the valley.
stock. How much does this cost? 240? I feel like if we bought that, it would extend its life. No, because we don't even have a thing to make it yet. We don't have a sewing station. So.
See you soon.
All right. So we got our linen thread. It's almost nighttime. Yeah, so I was trudging through here on my single playthrough. And there was like a chest buried out here with like a shovel next to it. Some goodies inside. I don't see it right now. Can we spear one of these deer? We did hit it. We could take down one of these guys. Have some decent meat. Oh boy, that was a horrible throw. Oh boy. There's two wolves. Let's get our spear. We got full stam. So we're gonna kind of hoof it back down here to the road. Get away from these wolves. I wouldn't be as scared if I had a bow, but without a bow, kind of don't want to mess with them. I was hoping to take down a deer. We'd have some good meat, but there's one kind of right here off on its own. Pretty sure I just missed. That was a horrible throw. Alright. And it is getting dark out right now, so should we try to make a campfire? We just need sticks, and then we can sleep next to it. And we might actually try to take down one of these deer before we go home so we have some good meat to cook. That scared me. Alright, let's we need more sticks. We only got 16. We need 16. We only had 9, I guess. Alright, let's make our campfire. Alright, and now we can sleep. Next day. Alright, let's dig out our axe. That's a shovel. We'll make a few spears, see if we can get a deer to take home with us. Hey, we got a simple house unlocked. So we got a stag right over, or a deer right over there, so. Let's see if we can take down another one of these. We had a nice night of camping. Okay, that should make us a decent amount of spears. Alright, now we're ready to hunt. Alright, tools, spear. Oh, that's stuck right in her. Oh, missed. Got her right in the head. You kidding me? Where's the... Let me pick up a couple of these. Got her. Nice. Alright, well, that's going to be some decent meat to take back with us. Here, 15 meat, 3 leather, 1 steel, 1 deer skull, steel. I don't know what I was thinking there. Another spear over here. What is it right there? Do we want to try to go for one more? Our weight's almost topped off. Yeah, we'll probably go with that for now. We can always come back over here and get more. Especially once we have our bow, we'll be able to hunt a lot more things easier. So let's, yeah, we're actually going to follow this road right down here back home. This will be good. See if there's any carts here. We're about halfway through autumn, at least by the end of this day. They're 3-day seasons, so we're on day 2 right now. So once autumn is over, we'll be headed into winter. So we can get some vials made up so we can get us something to protect us from temperatures. That would be nice. So yeah, let's keep trekking along here. We'll see if we come across any carts. I'll show you guys what we pick off from them, and we'll be headed back home. We'll cook up this meat and probably cap off this episode. So let's head back. Oh, we gotta make our bow too. Nice, we just smoked that eagle. Sorry, buddy. There we go, there's some meat. We got 21 total. Now we are finally back home. We're starving pretty much. We gotta cook off some of this meat so we have something to eat. That and cabbage. I don't know if there's actually any recipes we can use to cabbage for. If we could, then we could use that instead of the onions, like meat and gravy, but let's take a look here. So soups, we got cabbage, meat, and a bowl. That makes porridge. That might actually be a smart thing to do. So we have to use raw meat, it looks like. Alright. I'll put that over. I'll put the flour over here. The rest of the stuff can go elsewhere. Just kind of trying to get a grip on our storage here. Fertilizer we'll put in here. Leather for now we'll put in here. Oat grain. Yep, that stuff's all going in there. And just to keep our wood storage organized, we're going to put the sticks in here for now too. Alright. Oh, we're going to probably need some of that stuff. I didn't even think, dude. Alright, crafting our bow. With our simple bow, we need 1 log and the linen thread that we have. I don't think we have any logs currently, so let's go grab a log up here. We're actually going to grab a bunch because we're going to try to make some wooden bowls too. I don't know if we have that unlocked. We should be able to unlock it. Let's see. It's probably... Hopefully it's not too far down. Wooden bowl right here. I think it's a good purchase to make. We'll be able to make food. We'll be able to get a worker quicker, I think. I wouldn't be actually too unconfident about getting a worker right away. Maybe by next episode. Stam's low. We're also hungry. My stomach's growling. I can hear it. Alright. Oh, I am way encumbered right now. It's hard work clearing the forest. Oh yeah, my guy's really hungry. It's the point where we're going to start losing health here. Alright, let's do our specialty here. Let's let these logs roll. Then we can run down. Did I put the cabbage in the barn? I might have. Yep. Let's take like 10 of them. There, that's almost full. Now, let's see where our logs ended up. Right here. Nice, they were just rolling right down to me. Alright. They're so encumbered right now. Alright, let's drop 4 of these. We'll come back for those. Let's see, so we got the bowl unlocked. We have to make that here. Let's see. So we have to say, oh, that's 20 wooden bowls. Okay, that's plenty. Okay, let's grab this. Once again, we're encumbered. I need a log for my bow, so let's take these in here first. We are moving up in the world with a bow. This is going to really increase our hunting. That and about 25 arrows right here, which we have all the feathers. Probably just need a few stone. We can make about 25 arrows, and that'll be a good, comfortable amount, I think. Alright, let's take the rest of these logs and we'll make them into planks. We're really progressing pretty well. There. I feel like we accomplished quite a lot in this episode, really. Let's head back here. We'll make the rest of these into vials. We'll continue our journey to selling. Alright, so we have about 150 vials right there, worth about, I don't know, good chunk of change. 3 a piece, roughly, to the right person. Alright, so let's go in here. We should have plank on us, right? No. Did I just... Oh, wait, I just made it into that. Okay, no biggie. Let's head back in here. Soups. We'll buy this scheme too. Not enough resources. We need meat and cabbage. Yeah, okay. I put the meat in here. We'll take all of this and this. We should have the bowls all on us. We'll go get the cabbage. Oh, and I'm so encumbered. Okay, what do I have on me that's encumbering me that much? The bowls probably weigh quite a bit. And the sticks. Oh, the deer skull. We'll put that in there. Dang, I didn't think that would really over-encumber me that much. Can I at least move? Nope. Well, let's take the cabbage. Put that in here for the time being. We'll go over here. We'll put our bowls in here. I think I had feathers in here too. So I'll put those in here. Put the sticks over in here. Oh, this inventory management is like the worst right now. Alright, now let's go grab our cabbage, and then we'll have everything else right there. So it'll be game to make everything. Well, the cabbage does weigh quite a bit. I feel like I had all the cabbage in my inventory at one point. Dang. Oh, it's in the meat too, of course. Alright. See if we can get positioned close enough to the chest where we can just turn. We'll cheat the system here a little bit. Didn't I put the bowls in here? Yes. Right there. Alright, craft. Porridge. Craft more. We can make 9 porridge. I wonder how much it's good for food. I think it's only the meat side of things that we're short on, which that will be turned up a notch now that we have the bow. So we have 9 porridge. Let's see. Porridge is worth plus 30 food, plus 10 water. Wow, that's actually very good. Let's put that in there. Put that in there. Oh, we don't have room for the cabbage. Okay, well, let's grab the cabbage bag out of here. Dang, I'm really actually excited about that porridge thing. This cabbage is going to be pretty easy to come by. Alright, we're going to need a food storage too here right off. Let's put that in here. We have our bowls on us still. We'll put those in the house because we're going to be cooking in here basically. The kitchen might not be a bad thing to come up with too. At least soonish. We'll take all of this stuff too. The clay as well. Take that. Some of the stuff. Oh, we have plank in here. We'll take those. So we have 1 porridge. Type of dish cooked in a cauldron. That's not the porridge we just made, right? Oh, we need potage, not porridge. Oh. It says can be consumed, but it also says, like, poisoning. Maybe because the condition's bad, I guess. Let's take that and we'll dump it out. Alright. I thought we made porridge. I was reading that wrong the whole time. Alright, let's dump out this porridge. That's no good. That'll turn into rot, maybe, and then we can actually turn it into fertilizer, I believe. There's also something else I read that if we pick berries in the spring, we can put those on the ground and they'll rot, and then we can use those later on. We have 2 shovels. Let's store one of those. We really don't need all these spears all the time. We'll have a couple on us. The hoe, we're actually going to put that in here to cut down on weight too. Yeah, we'll leave those because that's about ready to break. We'll put all of the clay in here, all of that. Alright, the wooden bowls there and here. Alright, let's... Now that we created some room, we'll put what we have left for bowls in here. Does it say how long the potage lasts, what we just made? No, but it should last quite a while. Alright, let's put these planks in here. Actually, how much do we need for a bathtub? 6 planks? Yeah, we don't have it right now. We'll get a bathtub next time. We can just jump in the water right here. We're clean. Alright, well, that's quite a lot done this episode. I feel like we're moving right along. We got a bow now. We don't have any arrows, but that's just amounts to collecting some stone and doing that. We have stored a lot of stuff in this barn, but we're going to have to move that. So that might be in my next episode. Hopefully we'll have that moved, or at least be in the process. Because eventually we're going to put all of our crops over in here somewhere. So yeah, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching APN Gaming. I'm really enjoying this game. I think we're doing pretty good right now. We're moving along quite nicely. You know, we got some food made. I mean, we're almost ready to go grab a person to start helping us out here. You know, even if it's just to have us collect logs so we don't have to go all the way to collect all the logs, you know. That would be, you know, nice to have. We're making enough food right now that with a bow we can go and hunt, and we can make more of that potage so we can keep them, you know, fed. Firewood won't be a problem either. I think we're going to do pretty well. So thank you guys so much for watching here on another episode. This is episode 6. Go back and watch the previous ones if you haven't already, just to see how this all came about. And like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time on episode 7 of Medieval Dynasty. Thank you guys.